Whatever happened to the cheap car? Every family seemed to have that knock-around vehicle that wouldn't die, no matter how many miles it had on it, or how many fender benders it was involved in. You know, that car that would just keep on going. These cars were not only useful, but vital because they didn't need much pampering. They were not a monthly budget breaker. They wouldn't break the bank with tax assessments, and the new dent wasn't met with horror and hand-wringing. These were the types of cars that I sold to consumers for over 33 years. I could sell them cheap and still make a profit. People loved their beaters, as they affectionately called them. They served a needed purpose. Sadly, these cars have faded into the sunset like daily newspapers and home milk delivery. These vehicles do not exist. At auto auctions, where most cars are procured, prices for just about any vehicle start at over $1,000. This makes it very difficult for dealers to sell these vehicles for less than $2,500 after paying fees and upgrading them for inspection. If there is a check engine light activated on any of these cars, it could mean the abandonment of those vehicles from ever reaching the customer at a price that makes sense. As an aside, most of the time these lights mean little or nothing to the vehicle's overall roadworthiness and level of performance. Most of these lights are triggered by insanely rigorous emissions requirements that are not easily diagnosed or repaired, thus making their resale almost impossible. This is the new reality that auto dealers like me have to deal with. Every purchase that I make has to be tempered by the fact that the acquisition has to be scrutinized and painstakingly evaluated for emissions inspection. Don't get me wrong, every vehicle should have a minimum level of roadworthiness. Brakes should function, tires should have adequate tread, and exhaust shouldn't leak. The problem comes in when requirements break these thresholds and become petty and expensive. The cost has to be passed on to the consumer. Like a lot of good intentions, many times they do not prove to be beneficial at all, leaving the consumer holding the bag.